Hello everyone, welcome to the episode 4 of ISL Aethleti Weekend. We have our three fans Rahul FC Goa, Deepraj Bengaluru FC, Thomas Kerala Blasters. But today we have one addition to our family and that is Raktim Sadhukhan for ATK Mohun Bagan FC. Welcome Raktim.
Thank you, Saurav, and good evening, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Uh,
Good
Raktim,
afternoon.
a short intro about yourself.
so as you know, my name is Raktim, and I'm a fan of ATK Mohun Bagan.
Okay, great.
So, a boy from Kolkata. I have actually played football since my childhood, from my school days,
Okay.
and played at various levels, like not levels, but various places. So, Kolkata, if you know, football is a main sport that we play here,
Correct.
and one thing that I would like to tell. See, when a child is born here, basically, it's a true fact. When a child is born here, that time only with the name, it gets decided which team he will support, like from East Bengal, or he will be a Mohun Bagan fan.
Oh.
So basically, it's a true fact.
Correct.
So, so from childhood, I'm a Mohun Bagan fan, and since
Wow.
this year, Mohun Bagan has been included in the ISL.
ISL, right.
So I support ATK Mohun Bagan as obvious.
Great. Super. So I think in Bengal, if a guy, if a child is born, he starts juggling
Yes.
or dribbling, right?
Yeah,
Just
you
like-
can say that also.
Just like a child holds a bat if is born in Mumbai, so it's the
Mumbai.
Yeah.
wow, great,
Obvious.
super. Okay. Anyways, welcome
Not
to
football,
our
but football is a main important sport. But here we play all other sports, but football
Okay.
is something we religiously follow.
correct.
People religiously follow.
True.
And all the Indians say that Kolkata is the hub for football.
You haven't. I tell everyone that once for once, just come here and see the derby between East Bengal and Mohun Bagan. If the
Crazy.
match, say for example, if the match happens today is the match.
Correct.
Then off the field match starts between the spectators, between the
Wow.
fans starts 1 week before. 1 week before.
Yeah,
If there is,
that's
you go out, and you'll see hear everyone talking about East Bengal Mohun Bagan.
Wow.
Fans get separated.
Great.
There's a crazy
I
scene.
had
man.
heard
Crazy
from a
scene.
friend that he was staying in somewhere in Kolkata. There were numerous flags during the before the first derby, ISL derby. So like crazy.
Yeah, I can
scenes.
also show you. Beside my house, beside my building, there are two buildings. Both are East Bengal fan, and the flags are in the roof.
Whoa, crazy. So
Crazy,
this is
crazy.
something like the Manchester derby and the Chelsea versus Arsenal.
Yeah.
London
Yeah,
derby.
Mohun Bagan East Bengal derby is the fifth most important derbies in the world, if I'm not wrong.
Correct.
That comes third.
Right.
Yeah.
After second is Barcelona,
And
Madrid.
it's a very
then-
historic derby also. It's played from
Yeah,
a very
one of the
long
oldest
time.
derbies in the
Oldest
world.
derby, yeah.
See, Mohun Bagan has crossed 100 years. The club has crossed 100 years.
Right.
And East Bengal also has crossed 100 years. So you can
Right.
imagine 100 years of derby.
Exactly. That's true. Okay, chalo. Let's go to our questions. So the first question, Igor Angulo is the highest scorer till now with 8 goals, and he's followed by Valskis, Santana, and Krishna. So what do you guys think? Will Angulo stay on the top till the end of the league, or any one of the three, or anyone from the scoring chart could leapfrog him? So today we have our Raktim, our new guy. So let's start with him. Raktim.
See, sort of being a Atletico Mohun Bagan fan, I feel Roy Krishna will be the top scorer because
Okay.
he's in his best form in his life. To me, he's been the best form in his life, and he's also a very effective player when it comes on the field. He's a very effective player.
Correct.
And if you see the last season, which is the first season of Roy Krishna, and also with the first season for ATK, in ATK, he was the top scorer, joint top scorer of
Correct.
14 goals and 5 assists.
Right.
So he has and you can also see this year he has scored 5 goals. So he has carried on his form.
Right.
So depending on the form, so looking at the form, I feel Roy Krishna will be the scorer, and I have no doubt about it.
Okay, great. That's a confident ATK Mohun Bagan fan.
Yes,
Okay, so
obviously.
coming to Deepraj.
As Raktim mentioned, my pick from the above the number of strikers you mentioned above, Roy Krishna would ideally be the one who would leapfrog Igaro.
Okay.
Uh, it's not only because of his lethal attributes as a striker, but among the players and the teams as well, ATK Mohun Bagan is one of the most consistent teams right now.
Correct.
And apart from them, other teams had few hiccups down the way. So on the basis of that, also I feel ki Roy Krishna would be the one who would leapfrog him, uh, as he's their main goal scorer,
Okay.
and his teams ideally sets him up to score a goal or few. So my pick also would be Roy Krishna to
Roy
leapfrog
Krishna.
Igaro.
Okay.
All the other striker as well have been their main man and are doing pretty well. But ATK Mohun Bagan looks like the top four for sure. Other teams will have a fight for them, so it ideally gives Roy Krishna more chance to leave from Iguero. So
Correct.
my pick would be Roy Krishna.
So I think while you both of you said Roy Krishna, I think a FC Goa fan out there was a little bit angry. So let's go to him. Rahul, your thoughts?
No, I was not angry, but
Okay.
I like both point of view. But I think Igor Angulo will remain the top scorer of this season because man marking Igor Angulo has been the toughest job for all the defenders this season. Like if you see the form of FC Goa, like they have been ups and downs in these 8 matches, but he has been a consistent performer for them. And you just can't give him space. And he has like scored 8 goals around for FC Goa with the current form they're having. So I guess he is the most lethal striker this season, and I don't think so that anyone will leapfrog him in this season. But I guess there might be a tough competition between Valskis and Angulo,
Angulo.
but Angulo will get on top. But I feel that most of the strikers, like the top scorers, are all of them are the foreigners. But I expect the Indian strikers to put up a show and get on the boards.
True,
Like
true.
the top scorer,
Correct.
like Indian top scorer is Sunil Shetty with 3 goals. But I
Correct.
feel like more Indian strikers should step up, like Manveer
Correct.
Singh and all. Yeah, so I feel Indian strikers will get on with it. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thomas?
So adding to that, I would like to see also a Indian striker on the top, like every Indian fan.
Agreed.
So for that, out of 20 contenders in the top 20, we have only 3 options left. One is our all-time top scorer Sunil Chhetri with 3 goals,
Correct.
and Manveer Singh and Rahim Ali of Chennai FC, and Manveer of ATK. They have scored 2 goals. So I don't think they will be. I mean, Indian strikers will come to top position. But since adding to question, I would suggest somebody from either Mumbai or ATK. So if you want me to pick one after them, I will go with the both Rahim and Deepraj with Rohit Krishna, because he has scored 5 goals and he has taken almost 22 shots out of 7 games, and he played most of the time in the field. So he got that finishing skill and correct run for the ball. So my pick will be also Rohit Krishna if you want me to select one.
Okay. So this is going to be a good competition. Like there is
Yeah.
one for Angulo and 3 votes for Roy Krishna. So it would be a good competition.
Because since the ATK Mumbai has scored 11 goals, I just mean anybody from Mumbai or ATK will be going. They have consistency. They have spirit of goaling. Means they have the hunger to score goals.
Goal.
So I think somebody from ATK or Mumbai.
Okay. Okay. So
And this year,
yeah,
Roy Krishna's goal participation is 62%. So
Yes.
you can also.
Yeah, he's lethal.
much
You
Out
can
of
outscore
8,
him.
he scored 5. Out of
That
8
is
goals, he
also
scored
due
5.
to the fact that ATK Mohun Bagan is supposedly a counter-attacking team. So ideally, their strength, Haba's strength is key. They won't let them score a goal, the opponent team. So that sets it up perfectly for Roy Krishna to finish it off any move. If you see the last game also, the game between Bengaluru FC and ATK Mohun Bagan, it wasn't an thrilling match. It wasn't an exciting match in terms of attacking display, but the resilience that ATK Mohun Bagan showed ultimately paved the way for Williams to score a goal. It could have been Roy Krishna as well, but that's how they set up, and it's perfectly sets it up for Roy Krishna to be the top scorer.
Yeah, like every team has multiple scorers. Only FC Goa is a team like who has 2 goal scorers.
Correct.
Yeah,
Ortiz
quite
and
dependent
Angulo.
on Igor. Quite
Yeah,
dependent. That is
yeah,
the fact.
but
Till
yeah, that too.
yesterday for SC East Bengal, I think Jacques Magoma had scored 2,
Megam
and,
was the souls. Yeah,
there was an
yeah,
own goal also. So that's
yeah.
poor, very poor. Anyways, let's move ahead. So coming to Thomas, Kerala Blasters have played 6 matches and they have earned 3 points. 14 matches more to go, and 7 out of them are a must win for you guys. So, do you think there are slim chances of finishing top 4, or what do you think? I mean, are there any
So
chances?
pressure up for the team. So now no wins, 6 game played, 3 wins, 3 draws, only 3 points on the board. So it's getting tougher and tougher for the team. So last game versus East Bengal FC, even though we dominated the whole match with 59-41 position and took 200 passes more than them. So we are kind of dominating play in the ground, but we are not able to score goals. That's what again the team is missing. Uh, and the defense also, they are conceding. The another thing is they are conceding goals. The KBFC is the second team to concede more goals after East Bengal FC. East Bengal FC with 11 goals. So that the team has find the right combination, but they need to score goals and less not to concede a goal. So just adding to the points, I just wanted to mention our coach Kibu. His mother has passed away last week.
Oh.
Even though the team management allow him to go back to the country, but he refused and stay with the team. So that's the effort that the team and the players trying to put forward. So as a fan, I still believe we can come up to the top 4. And adding to one coincidence, we played our first game of 2020 with Hyderabad FC, and we won that game with 5-1 in the last season. And now the same opponents in the last game of 2020, and
Wow.
I believe we can end the year with a win.
The same scoreline, is it?
No. Somehow we are deliberately looking for our first win.
Okay.
But
It's
the
just that
team is
Hyderabad
different.
FC doesn't have Marcelino; they have Arindane this time.
Yeah,
So I hope it just doesn't become 1-5 because it's 2020. You never know
Yes,
what will
yes.
happen. But
Yes,
let's be positive.
yes, that's it.
Yes, and a small round of applause for the manager. I mean, really.
Yes,
yeah.
Thanks for
absolutely.
correct. Okay, so coming to Raktim, ATK is the most consistent team of ISL, and they have showed what consistency is from many seasons in the past. And now they are second in the table, and that too only by a goal difference of 3 goals, which is by Mumbai City FC. So, what do you think? Top 4 finish is cemented, or is there any problem? What do you think?
Top 4 finish already cemented, bro.
Wow,
Uh,
that's
see,
great.
see,
Okay,
I'm very confident with the team,
okay,
and with Roy Krishna and David Williams, the team looks good. And in the defense, we have this time Shubhasish Bose, Sandesh Jhingan, and TD.
right,
So that fills up the gap, which was there last season.
right.
And also the merger of the two teams for like ATK and Mohun Bagan.
One more.
ATK was ISL winner and Mohun Bagan was I-League winner.
Highly.
So the experience of the management, experience of everything, that will help us take the victory for the first time. The merged team and ISL won 3 times. ATK won the ISL 3 times, but this team merged together will win this ISL if they continue to play the way they're playing now.
Correct.
And anyway, as the question you asked, top 4 finish, I feel it's already cemented.
It's already done.
We have played 7 games. We have won 5 times,
Right.
1 loss and 1 draw.
Correct.
So by this you can understand. If we continue to play the way we are playing now, then it's okay. But as you said, it's 2020. Anything can happen. But that is something else.
Just 4
But
days
right
to
now,
go.
saying
After that, it's
yeah.
2021.
See, just for now, looking at the table and looking the way the team is playing now, we are very sure that they will finish off the line, get over the line.
That's a really good confidence. Okay, so coming to Rahul, FC Goa is leading the charge in shots on target, accurate passes, and average possession too. But the point table says a different story till now. So thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's true that we have had most number of shots and most number of shots on target. Like, but the number of shots on target and the number of shots that have been taken that are between like Ortiz and Igor Angulo only. Like if you compare to the last season, like there were many players who took shots on target and all. Like there were multiple players taking efforts, but if this season we see like Brandon and all, they have merely taken any shots like in comparatively with other last season. And plus, if you see the table that we are in the 5th position, but if you look at our fixtures, like in last 10 days we played 4 matches. That was a
Correct.
hectic schedule, and we have to make Yuan Ferrando had to make multiple substitutions and multiple playing 11 in
To save
different
the
games. So
players
that
from fatigue.
yeah, so that was a point that affected our games. So that was 1.2, and also like Edubedia has been playing at the back most of the time, covering up the defense. Like Edubedia is a player like who plays up front. Like he's been made to play the role of Emma Jau, who used to play like last season.
Correct.
So it has been affecting the play. Like if you play Edubedia up front, he can make those key passes which can be converted into goals. Like we know how lethal Igor Angulo is, and he needs those passes.
Right.
And plus the substitutions too. Like Brandon sometimes he's out of the playing 11 due to the
Correct.
rotations and also the fixtures. So I guess we are okay now. Like the last win was relief. The last minute goal from Igor Angulo, like yeah, he's a lethal striker, so you
It
just
was
can't keep in space. Yeah,
actually it was a draw. The goal not
yeah.
allowed.
Actually the draw to
Yeah.
we could have lost the match if courtesy to the defenders like Donachi and Ivan Gonzalez, they didn't give space to Valskis. Like if you give space to Valskis, he will continuously score goals. Yeah, he just one touch and they will tackle him. That was the mentality of Ivan Gonzalez and Donachi. So kudos to them to keep Vasquez silent in such an important game. So bravo.
Kudos to them.
That's my
Correct.
yeah. Hope so. We will get back in the top 4. Yeah, I'm confident that we will finish in the top 4. 12
You
games
played
remaining.
Jamshedpur FC last time, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
last
yes.
time. Yeah.
And there was some controversial goal. Which
Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
What
yeah.
was that exactly? Can you throw some light
Like the
on that?
ball, yeah, actually the ball went in, but the referee didn't give the goal, like the Lampard wala scene in the EPL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So that was a poor,
Jamshedpur FC was denied a goal. That was a clear-cut goal,
yeah,
and it
that was
showed
a
again the
clear-cut goal.
standard of refereeing needs to be up.
Oh,
Yeah, but adding to that point that ISL has partnership with EPL refereeing
Yes.
development, like they will be
Yes,
getting
yes.
formal development, referee development. So I guess that will increase the experience of our referees, and maybe we can get better refereeing decisions in future. So
Yes, the
hoping
great
good
initiative
for
taken by the ISL.
yeah,
The
great.
great
And also
initiative.
And also the quick decision too. Like it was needed. It was a
Yeah, it
time.
was new.
Yeah, it was needed pretty much for the ISL.
Need of the hour.
Yeah, need of that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's come to Deepraj. Deepraj, thoughts on our Indian youngster Udanta Singh? Yes, started games, and he started 3 games as a substitute. He didn't play one, and he has scored only 1 goal till now. And I think in the last match he was subbed on just after the half. I mean the half time. So thoughts on it?
I mean, we signed Udanta Singh as a young, upcoming dynamic winger. He was quite pacey. He was direct. He's still young, but even in the first season, Udanta Singh in the ISL, he was phenomenal. I mean, he scored 1 goal but provided 7 assists in the first season of BFC for the ISL, and he continued in the second season as well. I mean, the winning season of BFC, the 2018 and 19 season. Udanta Singh was one of their most important and key players. He scored some 5 goals and assisted. I mean, he scored 3 goals and assisted 5, so he was their key player. But since the last season, Udanta has been missing his form, his goals, his assists. I mean, he's missing as a player. He's not the Udanta Singh we are used to. So I mean, and it has continued this season as well. I mean, he has just scored 1 goal and no assist till now. So he has been a bit of a disappointment for the team. But since because of that only, I guess Carlos needed to sign a right wing option. So he signed Silva, who can play as a right wing as well. And he has been one of the main players for BFC this season. I mean, scoring 3 goals and assisting 1, and the form of Udanta Singh has made it a bit easy for him to left out of the starting 11.
Correct.
But the age is on Udanta's side. I mean, he needs to. He needs to just buck up, give his all in his training, and make full use of the cameos he's getting. And I'm sure our Flash will bounce back rather sooner rather than later.
Hopefully.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
hopefully.
so the next game I think is ATK versus Bengaluru. I think.
No, I guess it's Bengaluru FC versus Jamshedpur FC.
Bengaluru versus Jamshedpur. Okay, so your score predictions for that?
I guess Bengaluru will nick it 2-1 or 3-1 something. Bengaluru will nick it. I feel Vasquez will score a goal. He will score a goal. He's in the great form. But I feel Sunil Chetri and Silva as well will either create one or score. So my money is on Bengaluru FC.
Okay. Rahul? Rahul, you are muted.
Yeah, so 2-1 to Jamshedpur FC. Yeah, they will win. Jamshedpur FC.
Jamshedpur FC. Okay.
Yeah.
Deepraj is laughing. I think he wants to say something.
We'll see. We'll see versus
Yeah,
FC.
you can predict.
Score yeah, you can predict anything.
Yeah. Anyone can predict anything. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, Thomas.
I will go with Bengaluru.
So
even though all the team got a loss in the league last week, every side became a losing side. The zero came.
Now there's no unbeaten team in the league. Yeah.
Yes, actually. So I think even though the Bangalore will get back their form and they will win by around, the Valskis will score again. 2-1 will be a score.
Okay, so almost the same predictions. Raktim?
Yes.
How about you?
I'll also go with Bengaluru.
Okay, so Deepraj, you have support. Okay, so anyone wants to share anything regarding anything? Anyone?
I guess it's just that we have 1/4 of the season finished. So
Correct.
ideally, every team have seen their strength and weaknesses they need to work on.
Right.
So I'm hoping there would be a much improved performances from the team that has been languishing in the bottom of the table.
Correct.
And this would make the matches more competitive and more entertaining to see. So I'm pretty positive for the upcoming matches for the next year of ISL.
Yes.
Correct.
The important is East Bengal has to start winning matches now.
They need to.
The
They
last three
definitely need to.
the last 3 matches was a draw, and they need to start winning
They
matches.
are going to
Yesterday's
loan
match,
out
I thought,
7 Indians,
yes,
including
yes, yes,
JJ.
yes.
Yeah, I mean they have shown signs of improvement as well.
Yeah.
Odisha FC as well has shown signs of improvement.
Correct.
They are building, and they need to build on that and start winning now. It's now or never. If they didn't start now, there's no hope for them to finish in top.
Right.
See, though I'm not a East Bengal fan, but I feel you have to give the team some time because the team was formed just few days before the tournament.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
did not have any.
ideally, I would say East Bengal could be an exception for this season if they didn't perform as well, because well,
We
it
have to
was
give them some
quite
time.
quite late decision from the management
Why?
as well. They would be playing in the ISL. I mean, Robbie Fowler in the press conferences as well has said the team was built for I League, not ISL. And as it could be
Yes,
seen,
yes.
there's a huge difference in terms of the quality required and the performance that they need to give to prove their mettle in the ISL. So even if East Bengal, I mean, the top four is quite far out. Even though if they didn't finish in the top half of the table, I mean, they shouldn't be quite too disheartened. I mean, they need to see the reality of in the ISL, the standards and the quality, and they need to build for the next season.
Correct.
I think they should stick with Robbie Fowler and build for the next season, not this season.
Hopefully, he doesn't get sacked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
with East Bengal, you can think Robbie Fowler will be sacked next season if he can't perform this season. With the East Bengal, what they do, I'm sure he'll get sacked. No chance for Robbie Fowler next season. The
he
probability
couldn't
is
be the
very less.
Jurgen Klopp for SC Bengal. Correct.
Okay.
Because they have a bad history of changing coaches every time they lose any tournament. They have a bad history.
Yeah, I mean, not only East Bengal, the managing any Kolkatan club as a manager, it's quite risky as well as demanding job. You need to perform day in, day out. You have hardly any time to rest at your laurels, and you could be sacked the next day if you're not performing. So, I mean, there is a risk, but ideally they should stick with Robbie Fowler.
Right.
For a season at least.
I don't think so. They'll stick. The same goes
So
with
it
Mohun
is
Bagan also. I'm not telling only East Bengal does. Same goes with Mohun Bagan also.
For every other club for Kolkata.
Okay, guys. So let's end the session. It was really great meeting you guys. Hope you have a great coming week. And Raktim, thanks for joining us from today. So we'll obviously keep on catching you, and we'll meet surely next Sunday. So let's end the session. Thank you, guys.